What if your life felt guided? Like you weren't constantly questioning yourself, but instead you trusted what you felt. Inside Aligned and Abundant, the Soul Shine Collective, we work with the energy of the new and full moons so you can move through your life with clarity, alignment, and ease. This isn't about doing more. It's about coming home to yourself. Twice a month, we gather for powerful workshops, meditation, and real connection so you can deepen your intuition and actually live in alignment with your energy. If you've been feeling that pull for something deeper, this is your space. You can join us for just $33 a month. This is the founder's rate for the first 25 members, and you can cancel anytime. Link is in the show notes. If you've been feeling a quiet pressure, like something in your life just isn't fitting the way it used to, this is why. This week isn't asking you to do more. It's asking you to get honest, to look at what's no longer aligned and have the courage to release it. Because what you're building right now, it requires a different version of you. Welcome back to this week's Frequency Friday drop on Aligned and Abundant. I'm Christine Marcario, intuitive teacher and coach, and this is your space where we blend grounded astrology, intuitive guidance, and real-life integration so you can actually live in alignment and not just think about it. Take a breath with me for a second. This information is not here to overwhelm you. It's here to support you, to anchor you, and to remind you you're always right on time. We are moving through the last quarter moon in Capricorn. This phase of the moon is all about release, reflection, and recalibration. It's that moment where you pause and ask yourself, what's working and what's not? And with Capricorn energy layered in, this becomes very real, very grounded. Capricorn is about structure, responsibility, long-term vision, and the life you're actually working towards building. So this isn't surface level reflection. This is the life I'm creating actually aligned with who I'm becoming? You might feel a little more serious, a little more focused, maybe even a little more aware of what feels heavy. That's not a bad thing. That's clarity. And I don't know about you, but I'm always seeking clarity. You might be noticing a desire to pull back and reflect, thoughts around, is this really worth my energy? Old patterns around overworking, proving, or pushing resurfacing, or a subtle emotional heaviness or pressure to figure it all out. And if that's happening, this is why. This energy is gently illuminating where you've been carrying things that aren't yours anymore. Expectations, timelines, roles, and even identities. Intuitively, what's coming through is this. You're not behind. You're just outgrowing something. And that space in between, where you're no longer who you were, but not fully stepped into what's next yet, that's where this moon meets you. So if things feel a little slower, a little quieter, that's not stagnation. That's integration. In your outer world, this can show up as reevaluating your business or work structure, questioning commitments that once felt aligned, feeling less available for things that drain you, or a desire to simplify instead of scale. This is not the week to force momentum. This is the week to ask, is how I'm doing this sustainable? Capricorn energy is long-term. It's not about quick wins. It's about legacy. So if something feels off in your workflow, your offers, your schedule, or your relationships, this is your invitation to adjust it now before you carry it forward. Because the next chapter you're stepping into, it needs clean and fresh energy. This week is about intentional release and grounded recalibration. Things that you should lean into are simplifying your life and priorities, honest self-reflection, rest that feels productive. Yes, that's actually a thing. And choosing what actually matters. For example, I'm away traveling with my family this week, and honestly, when I was planning my day today and deciding which beach I wanted to go to, I was torn. And then what I realized is the choice that I really wanted to go to felt heavy, and I couldn't figure out why until I really thought about it and realized that I was trying to recreate memories that we had already made. With a little research, I realized that we wouldn't be able to see the same amount of shells, most likely, because we weren't going at the low tide like we had done in the past. We were leaving early in the morning and it wouldn't match up. So instead, what I did was I placed some gratitude upon my heart and my memories for the magical experience that we once had. And then I released that image of recreating that, and we chose the beach that was closer and more familiar. And at the end of the day, it was the right choice. What you can release this week is over-committing, proving your worth through productivity, outdated goals that no longer feel true, and anything that feels heavy, forced, or draining. Things to avoid are forcing decisions from pressure, comparing your timeline to anyone else. Throw comparison out the window. The only thing that you should be comparing yourself to is yourself from the previous day. Another thing that you should avoid is adding more when your body is asking for less. Because I love a good journaling prompt, I'm going to share 3 with you now, and I'll also drop them in the show notes. Where in my life am I forcing something that no longer feels aligned? What am I ready to release in order to create more ease and stability? And if I trusted my long-term path, what would I let go of this week? If you like writing and putting things to paper, I would like to also offer you a simple ritual. This will take 10 to 15 minutes of your time, but it's so worth it. Write down everything that feels heavy, draining, or outdated. Then choose one thing, just one, to consciously release. This is how momentum starts right now. Not by doing everything all at once, but by doing the aligned thing. You see, here's what's possible when you work with this energy. You create a life that actually supports you, not one you have to constantly push through. You build success that feels stable, grounded, and sustainable. You step into a version of yourself that isn't trying to prove anything because she already knows. This is quiet power. This is self-trust. This is you choosing alignment over urgency. And that changes everything. And if you're feeling this energy, if you're in that space of recalibrating, realigning, and wanting support as you step into your next level, I'd love to invite you into my community, Aligned and Abundant, the Soul Shine Collective. It's a space where we move through these energies together, with monthly moon workshops, daily connection, and real support as you integrate what you're learning. I also have a few spaces open for one-on-one coaching where we blend intuitive guidance, real-life strategy, and deep healing work. And I offer tarot and intuitive readings if you're looking for clarity right now. Everything is linked in the show notes. Just follow what feels aligned for you. Now join me. Let's take another deep breath together. You are not behind. You are not doing anything wrong. You are being guided into deeper alignment. Trust what's falling away. Trust what's asking to shift. And most importantly, trust yourself. If this episode resonated, make sure you're following the podcast. Leave a rating or review and share it with someone who might need this reminder today. I'll see you next week for another Frequency Friday, and don't forget to tune in to my main episode on Tuesdays. And as always, remember, you're exactly where you need to be.